time is your most precious asset. So it's like you have to protect that at all costs. And how do you do that? It's through people, right? So everything in business is a people problem, pretty much. So it's like, how good are you at hiring people, leveraging people, and then you just stack the leverage below. Every day you add more leverage below you, which is like, if you have more people working for you, that's more leverage. So it's like, okay, for the time I put in the day, then to my day, how much output do I get from the leverage of all the people that are working? So in 1 hour time frame, I have, multiple media channels working for me, delivering leads and sales to the business through Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, sources like that, right? I have multiple employees working under me. I have sales reps doing phone calls. I have businesses running, and I'm not doing anything, right? And so, like, one of the businesses example is like, it's doing between 7-8 million top line. It'll be probably a lot more in the next couple of years. And like, I literally do one meeting a week, and it's a 30-minute meeting, and that's all I do in that business, right? So it's like, I just challenge entrepreneurs and business owners to look at this as like, how do you assemble the talent and all the pieces together of the business, become an assembler where you like put the pieces in the talent in place and work above the business, not in it. And it's like, that's the highest leverage position you can be in, because you just only have so much time. There's only so much you can do, right? And so I think like leverage is everything. So just wake up every day and be like, do I need to be doing this, or could I hire this out? And like, a lot of the times, like, I'm good at like one or two things that I'm really, really good at. And the rest, like, I'm not great. Like, I might be great at marketing or the vision or the strategy or pointing somebody in the right direction and like mapping out a plan to do it. Like, I'm really good at that, but I wouldn't be good as an operator of a business, right? And so, because it's like, I have the vision and the mindset, and I have the tenacity to grow it and start it, but I don't have the patience to operate something that isn't moving the needle big time every single day. And like, that's the spot I think you have to get to in business as a business owner. Is like, can you keep like working your way up, right? And be thinking as a business is like, how many businesses could you have, or opportunity vehicles could you have, if you had an operator running the business, right? And then you come in as a strategic advisor of the business once a week, and like, let that business run without you. Like, that's a pretty cool concept. You could do multiple of those. Like, that's a leverage play, right? And so I think just, then it becomes like, what's the next step? Like, you've got to be great at hiring an operator. So you got to be great at hiring. Bottom line, like, if you want to learn leverage, like, you have to be great at hiring. So it's like the business right now that I have, that's $7-8 million a year top line projection. Like, I got a recruiter. She's really, really good. She's been she's been an operator of business before, over the marketing department. I placed her in this business. She's already done what I wanted her to do before, and it's working out. Like, it's great. It's not always going to be like that, but you've got to be really, really good and patient in the hiring process to get an operator, because more than likely, like, she's going to do things I would have never done. And she's far more patient in the process than I would be in that, because like, you might not be a good operator, but if you want to operate the business, you can. But if you fill those 8 hours of your day with things to do, like, you're going to be capped out, right? So you want to like eliminate that constraint and move above it, and have an operator running your business for you. Like, that's a mindset that I think I had to shift to over time. That took a long time to do, because I've always been like a startup grind entrepreneur that grows things through like sheer force and not leverage. And I think eventually, as I grew and we got bigger, the way we're able to take our company from, 0 to 43 million in 4 years really was like, we hired great people, and like, I partnered with someone. He was running the marketing, I was running the product, and like, we built the team together. But like, even when I was doing 30 million a year, like, there were weeks that I was maybe working 20 hours a week on that business. I mean, so it's like the leverage of the people working for you is the ultimate leverage. And that's the ultimate thing you have to solve, is like, how many people can I get under me working every day that I wake up, that are producing income and leverage for me in my business? So that's a mindset thing. And you ultimately have to be really good at like, building that out. And so one thing I would suggest would be, give them profit share, give them equity, give them phantom equity, right? Align the incentives of the key leader in the company. And then you say, hey, I'm going to come in as a strategic advisor. I'm off the org chart. I'm not on the org chart. Tim Euler is not on the org chart. That's like really what I'm trying to build towards, so that when there's a question, like they're not coming to you, right? And like you come in, but it has to be a big problem for it to solve. And to be honest, there are very few big problems that like threaten the business. There are a lot of dramas and wildfires, but there are very few big problems. If you lay out the strategy with a good operator that has done it before, that has grown a business from 2 to 5 million or 2 million to 10 million, and you say, hey, here's the keys, like I'm going to be here, and you're watching it from afar to make sure the car doesn't go off in the ditch and like blow up, but like you're watching it, but you let them live and die by some of the decisions they make, even though you might not agree. So you can't be a control freak and be like, hey, I'm going to do this or that or this, we have to do it this way. Like I lay out the vision and say, this is how I would be thinking about it. That doesn't mean we're going to go that path, right? Because they have to own their decision as the operator. So I think like challenge yourself to, how can I be a strategic leader and an advisor to a business, not necessarily operate the business. And like at that point, you have unlimited capacity to have businesses or things you can focus on that actually earn you income. And it's like a powerful position to be in, because your time's not spending 50 hours a week operating this business, right? So anyway, hope that helps. But that's really been like a mindset shift for me that's really been very valuable.